Hello, everybody, and welcome to the SeeWDW Near and Far Podcast Parks and Socials edition for the week of 6/28. John, how did your week in the parks go?
It went all right. I went to two parks this week. I went to the Animal Kingdom on Sunday for a little bit, and I went to the Magic Kingdom on Monday for a little bit. So I ended up going 2 days in a row to parks. And I was going to say my initial plan was to go to the Magic Kingdom on Sunday. But when I told my wife that the last time that I was there, I also went without her. So she said, well, if you can wait till Monday, and I don't care. I didn't have anything in particular I wanted to do. So I decided I'm going to go to Animal Kingdom for a couple of hours. And as you can imagine, it went perfectly. So oh, look, it's already blanking out on videos. Anyway, I didn't go till later. I got there around 4 o'clock. And I was lucky enough to catch sight of Kevin. I checked the app. The app said that the safari was very low, like the wait time. And as you can see here, it says 5-minute wait. So I was like, wow, 5-minute wait. And let's keep track of the time here. It's 4:06. So that's 4:06. I walk through. The line is completely empty. But as I'm going, they started pulling people from the line to go to the handicapped one, which is off and to the right. And I was like, oh, that's fine. I'm going to bypass some of the people in front of me. That's great. Well, then we sat on the handicapped one for a little while. Let's see. Yeah. I'm looking at time frames on here. Let's see what time. So, yeah, probably about 12 minutes or so. I waited. And this is a no line, so I waited about 12 minutes just sitting in the thing. And I was like, I watched as all the other people came and went, and I was like, wow, there's people that weren't even in line that are just driving off as I'm sitting there thinking. And again, I know it's a petty complaint, but I'm literally there for just a couple hours. So for me, random just wait and don't go for no reason, that really just burns me up. So but anyway, once we got on the safari, it wasn't bad. There were some nice close encounters with the giraffe, as you can see going by here. It was nice to get a moving giraffe shots. Usually they're lined up by the door to go back and eat. That was pretty cool. And then I looked back a little bit too. I like to see. Yeah, I just. So anyway, it turned out it was a decent safari. I enjoyed some parts of it and stuff. But then we get back and we had to wait again for everybody else to unload in front of us. And then cars kept going by. And then eventually we got into the line of them. Then we had to wait for people to load in each one too, because the drop off was past that. And it was probably about another 15 minutes or so of waiting.
Wow.
I got it there at 4:06. By the time I got out, it was 4:52. So that's pretty long, So it took me almost 50 minutes to ride the safari. And again, on a normal day, that's fine. It's like, oh, that's not that big of a deal. But I only rode it because it was 5 minutes, I was like, wow, I'm going to walk right on and go. But you know how I am. That's just my luck. So. Then I went over to Expedition Everest. And for those of you, I'm sure most people know, but the single rider line. I was able to get on that so fast. I went on the single rider line and got on within minutes. So, although I always get some weird looks because the people there are like, that's the single rider line, so that's how it works. But and it turned out good. Went on a quick expedition Everest ride. Then from there, I wanted to go over and ride Dinosaur because I haven't ridden that in a while. It was broken the last couple times I went. And here we can see a little bit of the times here. Navi River, 25 minutes. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, I couldn't really read them. They were almost Dinosaur, 15 minutes. So again, I decided I wanted to go here towards the end of the day to try to get some lower wait times, which is what I like to do for Animal Kingdom. But I have to say, I went to Dinosaur, and I really like Dinosaur. Like I always found it to be a good ride. I love the pre-show with Felicia Rashad, Dr. Seeker, kind of stuff. Like that's always been a favorite of mine. And I always enjoyed the ride too. When we would go on vacation, we would eat breakfast at Donald's Breakfastosaurus once every trip. And we do it very early, and then we go right over. And many times we were the first people on Dinosaur in the morning, and it's just a very nostalgic ride for me. But I have to say, it was very disappointing in that there were at least 3 animatronics that were completely broken and motionless. That's one of them. That the one that eats the smaller one, he breaks a lot. He's only supposed to go up as he's eating that, but he was broken. The big, I don't know what you call it, but the Allosaurus or whatever on the left, he wasn't working at all. The first dinosaur, he literally just sat there and did nothing. And then the dinosaur at the end that comes down at you just as you escape, he didn't move at all either, just stationary. And I was like, man, 3 major animatronics on the ride not working. It really kills the feel of it because I always loved that ride when it was working well, meaning the lighting is proper, the animatronics are working, and everything goes smooth, the fog effects and stuff. It really gave a convincing story of, wow, you're traveling back in time. Here's real dinosaurs. I know they're not real, but they did a great job in presenting what that might feel like, and it now feels like a ride that's broken instead of a story come to life. So, and I really hate that because again, they're supposed to do maintenance at night, and I know they have in the past. I've already ridden that, and it went perfectly. And it just there's the one at the end that just didn't move, and without movement, it's like looking at a stationary whatever, and none of the effects too. At that part, it's supposed to. You're not supposed to see him as you drive up to him. He's supposed to come out of nowhere and just try to get you while things are flashing and chaos. Instead, he's just sitting there and you drive at him. I was like, wow, that was very anticlimactic. Unlike the normal, you're not going to make it sequence, But anyway, not very happy with Dinosaur. I hope they fix it. But, instead of fixing that, they should go wreck one of the most popular rides in the park. Find that,
Yeah.
Maybe they should jam Moana in the Everest or something. That's all right.
Just hey, John, just wanted to give a shout out to Nathan Taylor, who is from Brazil, who stopped into the chat to say hello, and he enjoys your YouTube and Instagram accounts.
Yeah, thank you. I have a lot of Brazilian followers. I think there's a lot of Disney fans in Brazil. So, although I haven't seen as many in the parks as I used to, but I think everybody's been getting hit with economic stuff. So
Yep.
hopefully everybody gets back soon.
Yep. He hasn't visited Disney World yet, but hopes to one day get here. So
Yeah, I hope so too. You got to get here at least once. And I always thought it'd be smart of Disney to open up a South America Disney version. They don't do anything like that, you know. They have them in Japan and China, but no South America. And people in South America, they have a lot of fans down there, a lot, you know. So I really do think that would do well and give me an excuse to go down there too. So
right.
all right. So after Dinosaur, I was already pretty much at the amount of time I wanted to spend there, but I had to go and get a salad from the Satui Canteen. So I got my grilled chicken salad, and I have to say it was still excellent. Like I absolutely loved it, but the salad is getting a little bit less creative all the time. It's starting to feel like a large portion of bagged salad, you know, and it still tastes great and all, but there used to be entire pieces of broccoli and cauliflower cooked and mixed in, and all the vegetables would vary, and it'd be like you never know what you're going to get in there. There used to be these like red beet things and all kinds of stuff. Like it was so unique, and now I feel like it was like bag salad with some of those whatever those things are on top. Yeah, there's my dogs barking again, and I don't know why because my cameras are off. Okay. Well, so I had, and anyway, the salad is getting a little bit simplified, but again, that changes over time. Maybe it will go back. Like it always seems different. Chicken was still great, and the salad was still great too. I don't know why the black bean vinaigrette, hearty salad, and chicken. That's the combination of bowl that I get, and it's great. And if you're not sure if you'd like it, I can tell you my daughter was a fairly picky eater. Like she eats a little bit more now than she used to. Even she thought it was great and loved it. So again, if you're not sure, I would definitely give it a try. It's not weird at all. It's just great. So again, it's the chicken bowl with hearty salad and black bean vinaigrette. So.
By the way, another example of a very stealable plate. Right.
Yeah.
Going back to last week when we said we would steal a certain plate out of an Epcot, out of Connections Cafe, but that plate.
World, but yeah. Getting banned for life from Disney. For
yes, I'm not advocating that.
Never be worth it, but
no.
You know.
Not advocating stealing anything from there, but I'm just saying, definitely
if my wife
it's desirable.
There, if my wife still worked there and we got people in for free, I could see if I were to tell my wife's mother that I really like that plate, she'd put it right in her purse. And she is old enough and wacky enough that she could easily be like, I'm sorry about that. She doesn't know what I literally told her I liked the knife at Texas Roadhouse once for the bread.
Yeah.
And when I got home, she's like, look, I got it for you. And I'm like, oh goodness.
I know that knife well. I know why you like it.
So anyway, it'd be fun. Yeah, I could bring my mother-in-law there and say, I don't know what she's doing, but and if she got banned for life, she probably wouldn't care anyway. Anyway, on the way out, I saw a whole Elemental rack of clothing. And all I can say about Disney's new movie toys and stuff, they always look completely filled, which maybe they keep stocking them, but to me, it feels like people are not buying their new movie stuff that much.
Yeah, the movies aren't selling, and so apparently the merchandise isn't either right now.
I mean, the shirts look nice, but again, I'm not the target audience for that. So
Mhm.
anyway, that's it for Monday, or no, Sunday. So I'm gonna touch on social media for just a second since I have this here. This is a video a friend of mine on Instagram who does drones. It's Peaceful Thrill Seeker is his name. He flies drones around certain parks and stuff, and this is um, a video that he took of Epic Universe,
Oh
and he
my.
posted it on my account already too. So like he's, I did a collaboration with him to make sure that everybody knows it's his video. But yeah, look at that. That's a Star Racers. That's going to be the Harry Potter world right there. You can see that's going to be the France Harry Potter version. I think that might be How to Train Your Dragon stuff going on there. In the beginning, it was the Mario stuff, and Epic Universe is really taking shape.
There's that racing coaster that I've been hearing about.
Yeah, Star Races or something. It looks great. And you know what's funny too? Everybody loved Dueling Dragons, so I think they want to do something along those same lines. So they're going to do a even bigger, better one right in the middle.
What's Star Racers based on? Like, what is that?
It's just the middle of the park. It has a celestial theme, so it's a generic kind of theme. It's not based on any movie, but I think the middle of the park is going to be, based on stars and constellations, and I think even the hotel is going to be based in that theme. So they're going to have an original theme, which I love that idea. Kind of like Islands of Adventure. That's an original theme when you go in. They made that up.
Mm.
So, and then it's going to have the specific land. So you have the general theme that's original, and then you can go to IPs. You can go to all the different IP lands. So anyway, on Monday we went over to the Magic Kingdom, and we got there around 5 o'clock. They parked us as far out as you could possibly park in the Magic Kingdom parking lot. We were in the Villains, Cruella, all the way. If you're standing looking at the parking lot from the TTC all the way out to the left, as far as you could go. And we were going to walk back at the end of the night. So remember, that is it added extra. But anyway, I wanted to mention we did something that I never do at the parks because I don't even like the darn ride. I told my wife we need to ride Seven Dwarfs Mine Train sometime because all of my footage that I have for that, it's not HDR. It's all from when the park first reopened in 2020. Everybody's wearing masks. The camera quality is not great. I'm like, I need to go on it once and re-record it so I can use it for clips and videos, and you know what I mean? Because people like to see it, but I have nothing good. So she bought the lightning lane for it. I don't even know how much it costs, and I hate doing it. Even with the lightning lane, it still probably took about 20 minutes, but I have to say though too, then we waited for the front row, which I know isn't great, but for videoing, I don't want to see the back of anybody's head. So I wish the time when you got me on, we would have got the front row. Then I would have had good footage, but
Yeah.
I didn't want to cause a ruckus since I was with you.
It wouldn't have mattered. We wouldn't have cared.
Funny. Your wife would be like, never.
She wouldn't have cared. She would have been fine.
Or I have to have the front. The kids can sit in the back. It's like, that's probably how it would have ended. So, I wrote it. The people behind us screamed the whole time. It was a mother and daughter just screamed. And it was one of those things where they're screaming just to scream. And again, that's not great for recording. So my money was spent, and I got clips out of it, but posting the whole thing, I probably will, but it's just, a lot of screaming. So again, I don't know. What are you going to do? But I rode it, and again, I don't think it's a great ride at all. At most, I would say it's cute. I do like the part in the mountain. Like I like the jewels glowing and stuff, like the animatronics. That's pretty cool. So I do enjoy that. But beyond that, though, it's really not that impressive of a ride considering what people are willing to do to get in there. So
I never understood it myself, the hype around it. I like it. I really do. And I like technology and ride technology, and the fact that you're in a car, it's kind of swaying around, I think is really cool. But and this part is excellent. I really do love that. But
yeah, they did a good job with it.
yeah, I agree. It's not exactly really high rated roller coaster per se, though. I mean, it's very ground based. It doesn't have a lot of height to it.
I think it's a great coaster for kids.
Yeah, it's a good family kid coaster. I think so. Just takes too long to get on.
But the amount of popularity is just crazy.
Yeah, I
It
don't.
really is. But again, maybe Disney should take note. Slinky Dog Dash and Mine Train are two of the most popular rides at the whole place. So,
Yeah, family coasters, right? Family
might as well
coaster.
keep going that way. So,
Yeah, yeah.
but yeah, so we rode that, and again, I got some footage. So I've been making bonuses from TikTok. So I'm like, I can post a full ride video on TikTok, hopefully make that $20 or whatever it cost me back and end up even again. But even if not, it's I'm not waiting 120 minutes to ride it. And like I said, I recorded it with two phones and my wife did one. So I got three different recordings. She did a widescreen, I did regular, and I did so again, three different recordings. So one ride. So hopefully that'll be good enough for a couple of years. Unless you come down and bring the little ones with you, then I'm going on with you.
It'll happen at some point.
Yeah, and so we had dinner reservations. Just for reference, it took 20 minutes to get on the mine train with Lightning Lane.
Yeah.
I wasn't mad about it, but I remember Fast Pass. You didn't wait much at all, mostly. Although towards the end, I did used to call it slightly Fast Pass, meaning you're not really getting what you used to out of it. So yeah, I guess it's all not that big a deal. But anyway, we had reservations to eat at the Liberty Tree Tavern. And you've eaten there many times, so have I. Like my wife was like, well, maybe we can eat somewhere, because it seems like it's getting a little bit crowded right now, the lines are long. She was like, well, if we could eat somewhere, that'll make it worthwhile. And we both love the Liberty Tree Tavern, so we got reservations there. But first I went on the Tiki Room. And in here, the entire row in front of us was empty except for one family. And they moved all the way across and they stopped. And the tall guy sat right in front of me.
Of course.
And then they proceeded to speak loudly in French, maybe. He was putting his arms up and talking loudly to the kids in another, I think it was French. And again, it's just a Tiki Room. I don't really care, but I kind of slowly slid away. I'm like, I have such bad luck with stuff like that. And I'm short too, so there's always a tall guy who has an entire row, and he's like, I'm sitting in front of that guy right there, right in front of him. And I'm like, oh man, happens all the time. So anyway, I moved out of the way, and it was fine. Again, I don't really care about the Tiki Room. I just have weird luck with that kind of thing. And I took a couple pictures of the I don't know why I love this print on the wall and the fake plants and the water that they have behind the window. I know it's dumb, but I always find that soothing. The thunderstorm and the rain back there that
It's
they
not
have.
dumb at all, man. The smell and everything there. I love
It
it.
when it's moving, it's just cool back there, like to look at. And I know it almost looks like you're in a cartoon world,
Yeah.
like idealized cartoon world of the Polynesian area. So anyway, we did the tiki room, and it's funny. I was looking at this guy, and I'm like, wait a minute, what is that? I was like, I was like, what is? And look, it looks like long hair, and I'm like, wait a
uh,
minute, but it's not. It's this weird thing. I don't know what that is, but it's like a double bird thing, and I'm like, that is just. I picked that tiki to take video of. People are going to be like, what is going on with that? But anyway, from there we went to the Liberty Tree Tavern. And I know that the place next door, the Diamond Horseshoe, has the same exact food, but I don't know. My wife and I ate there once, and we just didn't like it as much. Like I feel like they didn't bring the stuff out as quick. They didn't. It just didn't seem like it worked as good. Plus, I like the Liberty Tree Tavern because it feels like you're like in your grandma's house or something. It feels old. You walk up the stairs and they creak, and it really feels like an old house in Pennsylvania.
I agree. Yeah, you've got a great point there, and especially where you came from, Easton, which is not too far from Philadelphia, right? So there's a lot of colonials in that area, a lot of colonial houses. But
Yeah.
I agree with you, man. It does have that feel, that smell.
As I'm going upstairs to wash my hands, the
Yeah,
creaking stairs,
yeah.
carpeted wood stairs creaking. I'm like, every house I've been in Pennsylvania, it's the same thing. They all creak when you. It's like it's just built in. So I was like, yeah, I don't know why it feels very homey in there. So, and I just wanted to. I took a quick picture of the what comes with it, which you already know anyway. But
Mhm.
I do have to say, you know how you had said you love the salad. And
Mhm.
I love salad too. My wife loves the salad. Like she usually barely eats a salad, but there she'd be like, send out more salad. It's one of the few places she loved it. Well, they changed the salad. You'll be happy to know. It's now mixed greens, apples, cranberries, and cheese. And it's like they put the cheese on the side for me because my wife can't have it. And we ate the salad and it was okay. I didn't like it with the cheese, and it was very salty almost. Like it
Mm.
feels like there was a thick layer of like salt water over it. Like it was really salty. And my wife loves salt, and she was like, "Whoa, that was salty." And we did not ask for more because I don't want to overdose on salt, but so we didn't ask for more or anything. But disappointing that they changed our favorite salad to
Yeah, that
it's
is.
just and I know that you had said the same thing that you guys
Yeah,
love salads.
it was a great salad. That's too bad.
So, I mean, the rest of it was still good. We had the roasted turkey. The pot roast is my favorite. My wife never even eats that, so I eat mine and then I eat hers, and it's so good. The pork is always all right. I don't I usually eat that, but I don't. It's my least favorite of all the meats there. So, and the turkey comes with the white meat and then pulled dark meat on the bottom.
Hmm.
I know they're doing that to be cheap, but I like the pulled dark meat. The way they do it, it's very good. Like it's not fatty or anything. Like it tastes great. So
Hmm.
at first I was like, oh, you're just saving money. But then after I ate it, I was like, it's good.
Yeah, that's interesting. I wouldn't even have thought of like a pulled dark meat turkey. I bet that is
Yeah.
probably pretty good.
It's down here on the bottom, and it like I said, it's not. they give you the gravy on the side you can put on it. I don't really use the gravy, but it was still good though. Like it was just good enough that, man, I'm hungry now. I want to eat that. It was so good. But I basically ate this whole plate and my the pot roast from my wife's too. Um, Even the cranberry sauce, everything was good. So, and I've been hearing a lot about Disney's food quality going down and complaints. And I have, I know people who work there that have been getting a lot of complaints and food sent back. Did not affect the Liberty Tree Tavern yet. I like the salad less than the other salad, but the rest of it was still spot on. And like I said, man, I'm starving now that I looked at that. I want to go back and eat that again. and then I got the dessert, the ooey gooey toffee cake, big pile of ice cream on top, and the warm chocolate toffee cake on the bottom. That is just one of the best desserts too. Like so good. And I get my own because I know if you go, you're probably sharing stuff. Since my wife has an allergy, I get my own plate of food. I get my own dessert. Like there's no sharing it. So, and she got some kind of apple thing, and it was not good. But when you get the allergy stuff, sometimes it's frozen. Like they don't really do a lot of fresh allergy desserts. It's usually going to be something old.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, the good news is, after thinking about it, I want to go back to the Liberty Tree Tavern right now and eat. And it's $39 a person, which isn't cheap, but in Disney prices,
Yeah.
and annual pass holders right now 20% off. It might only be for June, but my bill ended up being like 60 some dollars, and I was like, that was a good meal.
That is for that place. Heck, I pay that for my wife and I to eat here in central Pennsylvania sometimes,
And as you can tell from those pictures, I don't know if it food pictures don't always look great, but to me it looks great. Yeah, with tax, 66.46.
Yeah, wow.
That's not bad. And again, I think that the pass holder thing is done in June, so I won't get that discount as big. But like I said, I do a lot of complaining about Disney, and we just hit on the good part. So that Thanksgiving at the Liberty Tree Tavern, and the weird thing is, I'm not even a big Thanksgiving dinner kind of guy. Like I don't usually like that. I'd rather have like an Italian meal or something. I don't know. But so it's one of those things that I actually really like that a lot. Then from there, we didn't really do much else. Hold on 1 second. We basically I went to look at the castle because they've been painting it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just wanted to see. To me, I don't really see any difference. I think they took some of the stuff off, the little extras, but it's not really a big deal. And we stopped at one of the stores on the way out. My wife likes to look at purses, so yeah, I think this is a new one. Lion King, only $328.
Is that it?
This is a new Loungefly that goes in directions. Like it changes when you move it. I think I have a better. I don't know. That feels like some 90s technology there, huh?
Yeah, it does. Looks like something that would be on a Trapper Keeper back in the 80s, actually.
Hey, it's new now. What's old is new. So, Yeah, so there were, and this is what the back looks like. It's got a little carriage on it. It's a Disney 100 one. I have to say, my wife has not been buying much of the merchandise, even with the 30% off. But
Hmm.
I hope she's not waiting for full price to come back, because that would be good. But so anyway, from there, I was very excited. I didn't go on any other rides because it was already 7:41 and I had miles and miles and miles to get back to my car. So the walking path is reopened, and I have to say it was absolutely beautiful to be out on the walking path again. I really thought I lost it because they literally did. The media, the Disney media said it's closed indefinitely.
Hmm.
And they said it's because of the 4-lane highway and the maintenance on the building of the Polynesian there, the DVC tower, and it's just not going to be back. Like they said, maybe 2027 you might get it back. They must have got some complaints, probably from the Grand Floridian people saying, "I like to walk over to Polynesian and I like to walk to the parks. I want," you know what I mean? They must have got a lot of complaints because all of a sudden it's open again. And take a look how beautiful that is. When you leave the Magic Kingdom, it's quiet. There's birds chirping. Look at that. Just so nice. Like that's where you go out and it's like, oh, you're it's so peaceful and nice. And again, it's a long walk, but I really enjoy it. The monorails go by all the time. You see lots of unique shots that you don't normally see. It gives me an excuse to visit the Grand Floridian, which I have not been at in a long time. They've been doing construction on it, and here is some nails from a nail gun hanging out of the spout where they're doing construction. So good job
Jeez.
there, guys. Don't worry about that. I guess eventually it'll rust and fall on somebody. But and I wanted to show you. This is what the new stairwells look like. Like this is just walking by. It's hard to tell in this picture in that video. Those are metal. This is metal. It's not white. It looks white in my video for some reason. It looks like prison metal, and I don't remember that whole thing there before. I feel like it was very. This is one of the changes they made, and again, it does not look very fancy.
Hmm.
And now they're fixing the main part. Look, this is in the back. They're fixing it by. That's where the quick service is in the back. Yeah, this is what the Grand Floridian is looking like.
Wow.
And this is the lobby. Check out the construction wall right in the middle of the lobby. And all the things up there, they have it blocked off. I guess they're doing something, painting or something, trying to keep the construction. But I do remember them saying, Bob Chapek said, "Why does this look so old? We need to
Hmm.
modernize this." You know, this looks like a Marriott from the 1920s. We want a Marriott from the 2020s. So they might be Marriotting it. I don't know. They might. I hope they don't untheme it because the whole point of it is that it looks great. You know, it looks old and it's supposed to.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they're doing, but based on current Disney stuff,
You
it
got it
always.
right. You're not the only one saying it. They do seem to be in the habit of making everything look like a Marriott.
Yeah, the 20-year-old Imagineers who just got out of college sure learned a lot about the Marriott, I guess, and how to make things look like it because that's what they're all doing. And I don't care what anybody says. Disney got rid of a lot of the old people. You know, nobody wants these 50-year-old men telling them what to do. Disney said, "Get out of here. We got some 20-year-old people that'll handle these jobs." And again, as a 50-year-old man, I guess I just don't appreciate it. But we'll see if I'm wrong. Yeah, so we went into bait because my wife wanted to buy some stuff in there. Um, so we bought some shower bombs. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something like that. So here's a video of the construction going on at the
At the,
Polynesian. And I put this up, and somebody told me in their story, they said, I hope those cranes are gone soon. I'm supposed to get married there next month.
oh my
They
goodness.
have giant cranes. They're selling weddings to that. I'm like, oh, I feel bad. I'm sure they're not giving them a discount, but I mean, look at that.
Yeah,
That is,
that's horrible.
and again, this they're not doing anything here, but right next to it, there's giant cranes all over. And you know what I noticed too? There is a lot of missing shingles
I
from the
see that. Look at
that is
that.
that is not normal. Disney, the wedding chapel usually looks perfect. That's part of the package. It's a perfect wedding chapel.
Yeah, I mean, they used to have a show about the dream weddings at the, Walt Disney World and the wedding pavilion. That's absolutely crazy.
Yeah, I've actually been to a wedding there once, and yeah, it's unbelievably nice. But I don't think she would have been too happy with.
Oh, they do a beautiful job with those weddings, a wonderful job, and it's very expensive. I don't think you'd like.
It was like $80,000 the wedding, so
Yeah, wow,
crazy, and a reception too. But
yeah,
uh, the Beast came in and everything. The Mickey and
wow,
Minnie were dancing in the party, and it was
that's
quite the,
great.
quite the experience. So anyway, from the wedding chapel, I just wanted to show you, not that you live close by, but the walking path. You used to have to cross the street at the Grand Floridian. You'd walk up by the old golf course there, then cross back by the Polynesian. Now they changed it, and you from the parking lot next to the wedding pavilion, you connect right with this walkway that I'm showing you here. That runs along the construction site, so you can walk back to the Polynesian without going across the street. So again, I don't know why they changed their mind and they're allowing it again and they made it better, but I was so happy to have the walking path back. I really was. I, when it's crowded at the parks and stuff, it's such a great feel to just walk back to the thing, and you get to experience a little bit of Disney stuff. You know the the hotels and whatnot. And if I didn't already eat, a lot of times I like to stop at the Polynesian and eat at Captain Cook's. Glad I didn't though. Captain Cook's was completely filled when I went there, just jam packed with people. So
Hmm.
I don't know why exactly, but it was. And so that is about it for my trip to the parks. But I did want to tell you, once I got to the parking lot, I wanted to see how far was it to walk to my car, because they parked me in the worst possible spot, which, by the way, they've been doing every time I go to Epcot after work, which would be the time when the pass holders get off work and go. They've been parking me at the worst possible spot there, as far out and over as you can get. Like you couldn't find a worse spot. So this is the third time in a row. Terrible spot. And again, I know Disney loves their pass holders, but they show it in weird ways. Here is, I'll zoom in on it a little bit. Here's the Polynesian when I left there, and here's my car. See the Disney parking lot here. It was 3/4 of a mile I walked once I got to the parking lot. That's a big parking lot.
Yeah.
Like if you measured it diagonal across, it'd probably be about 3/4 of a mile. So you can't. It's within a few tenths of the worst possible walk you could ever have in the Disney parking lot. So
They've parked me by the way, they've parked me out there a couple times when my drives there. So I'm very familiar with that section of the parking lot.
But as I walked, when I got there, we walked down. There were so many empty spots everywhere in here, but they
Yeah.
were like, "Nope, you're parking in the worst spot." And I'm like, again, I enjoy the walking, so I didn't mind at all. Like after that giant meal that I had, I could use the extra walk, and it probably was already about a 2 mile walk to go from the Magic Kingdom to the Polynesian. So this just added to it. But again, I just wanted to know, how big is this parking lot? And I thought it was a fun little fact to look at it and go, oh, 3/4 of a mile.
From one corner to the next.
Once you get to the parking lot, you have a 3/4 mile walk. I wish it was a mile. Imagine the parking lot's the mile long you gotta walk. This tells me they could probably put a parking garage right here and nobody's walking.
Yeah. Wow.
That is it for the parks this week. And I thought it was interesting. I bought a lightning lane, went back to a meal. Got stuck in a bunch of weird rides. Things don't go well all over the place. But overall, it was good though. So, and we'll keep the social media stuff pretty brief. Let's see. My Universal account is down to 1.9 million accounts reached. This is the one that was at 5. So I lose about 1 to 200,000 a day in reach on that. My Disney's at 2.5, which all the stuff that's sticking up is probably just that hat from France. So I won't get too excited about that. I finally made it to 135,000 for my Universal account. It has been growing so slow. I have been in the 900s, meaning like 980 for days. And this is one that has been consistently growing for a long time. So something weird is happening with it, because here's a reel that has about 80,000 views, 5,000 likes, and it's a collaboration. This is the one that I told you about with the Peaceful Thrill Seeker. Usually when you have a popular reel like this, you will get some growth, like you'll get some followers out of it. I got nothing, literally. Sorry about the dogs. I literally got nothing, and I've gotten a few like that, and on mine I look at them. Yeah, sorry. I on my post I can see they are not showing it to anyone outside of my followers, or barely anybody. Like they're not showing it like they were. And again, I guess it happens, but this post I honestly thought would be a million view one, showing aerial videos of Epic Universe. Other videos like that, even from this guy, got over 1 million. So you put it in front of, on my account, which I get millions of views, wouldn't have been surprised to see that was a big one. And again, as of right now, it's simply not. And I really do think that I don't know if it's just me, but Instagram, this is up to 82,000, which is good. But I thought it would have just went straight up, like if it was a Dudley Do-Right going down the hill one, something great like that.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so I feel like I'm doing all right with that yet. I'm getting decent views, but overall though, they are not showing it to anybody outside. So I'm getting my followers are just dried up. And my Disney account, it's a lot slower per post, but for some reason that's still growing at a reasonable rate. I think I just hit 126,000 today, and I'm already at let me look. It hit 126,000. I'm at 126, 107. So I had like an extra 100 followers tacked on, which that's not unusual because I usually have a good growth. my universal, I'm at 135 and 1. I've been growing so, like, I just cannot get a new follower to save my life. So a collaboration of aerial videos of Epic Universe, and I get nothing for it still. I actually feel bad. I'm gonna have to apologize to this guy because maybe he shouldn't have collaborated with me, because Instagram is not happy with me right now for some reason. So, but I have to tell you, I'm not happy with them either. So I would love to. I would love to talk to Mark Zuckerberg.
He's too busy preparing to fight Elon Musk.
I wouldn't. Yeah, there's a whole line of people that like to fight that guy just for the frustration he causes on social media. So, but anyway, my TikTok is doing good. 103,900 followers. Like, that's nice. It's growing. 4 million likes. There's people that get invited to stuff that don't have stats like that, and TikTok's their only thing. I saw a post the other day. They're like, "Oh, here's my brand manager. I'm at the Universal Hotel. Ha ha ha!" And I'm like, I looked and I'm like, I got better stats. And then I looked. That's all they had was TikTok. I'm like, I'm as much as I hate it, I'm gonna have to add myself in here, because if me and my wife go,
Mhm.
oh look, invite them. They need to come. No, look, they're people with their mouth open. That means goodness. Invite them over. It's like, so I hate to do it, but man, it's killing me because talent means nothing. So I need to do that. But anyway, I've got a Hagrid's ride with almost 1 million. It's slowly getting there. So I think this one should hit 1 million in the next couple of days. 2.4 million for my Tron. And lots of people complaining that it's too short and this and that. But 4.4 million for Expedition Everest. I'm doing good. My bonus is up to like $2,500 for TikTok. And I'm growing on TikTok. So
That's pretty darn good.
So yeah, I'm happy with that. But the people keep telling me that if I do not insert myself, and maybe I'd like to put my wife in it too, but I'm thinking, I see some people do it and they have almost nothing, maybe like a panning shot. It's like a flash. It's like, there's me, and then boom, the video. So just to put me in there, I really don't want to be in there, you know. And obviously I'm here right now. I'm not like, oh no, people. I don't know why. I don't.
You've always been the type of person that has let the content speak for itself, but a lot of those people that you're talking about, they make it. You know, they are part of their personality is part of their channel. That's
I was
what it
told
has to do with.
by professional social media people that, unfortunately, if you don't insert yourself in some way, at least a little bit, you're not going to get brand offers. You're not going to get invitations and things. They want to have a person. People, they said people are going to think you're not a real account. You're some business. You're some scam. Like, it's just not, without a person tied to it. They just don't trust it, and it's not going to. And again, I don't know. I still hate it though. I don't. I hate the idea. And I've been thinking this for a long time, but I was just telling my wife at the Magic Kingdom we need to do it. But of course we didn't shoot any footage that I could do it because it just feels so unnatural to me. But I might have to try it. But again, if it is, you're never going to see me up in the video going blah, 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 blah. It might be me flashing by and then onto the video, you know, or just a part of it. Like, how about if I did a sequence of roller coasters? One of them showed me going.
Yeah, with a dumb, you gotta have a dumb look on your face. Yeah, dumb look on your face, and there you go.
I gotta look really dumb.
And that needs to be the cover of your video, and that'll take care of it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh man.
Either that or looking at a piece of some food,
Well,
like your plate
yeah, I
from,
gotta go.
you put the plate up and you go like that, smile down at the plate with your mouth open. Yeah, I'm telling you, I don't know what it
I just
is.
I don't know. The only thing motivating me to give it a try at least is I really want to go to Universal for Epic Universe. Beyond that, I feel like I don't even care. I feel like if I never get
Yeah.
invited to anything and I don't make any money, they can go scratch. I don't even give a crap. But the Epic Universe thing, just I don't think I'm gonna age out before I ever get a chance to do this again. So
I mean, my suggestion to you and to anyone trying to do that is to reach out to someone who's constant or currently a content creator. And in the particular case for Universal, I would go to, in my opinion, the best Universal content creator, and that's Rick's
I
Flicks.
don't think they even invite him for some reason. Though I've never seen him get invited to anything. So
Maybe not. I
again,
don't know.
I don't know why, but they don't.
Hmm.
Universal's weird. They don't. I don't. I'm
They
pretty
do
sure.
have, yeah.
I'm
Yeah, they
pretty.
do. You're right. I don't remember him being invited to any kind of media events
He's
either.
always
Maybe he
there.
was.
He's always there, but he's never early access, a sneak peek, a preview. Even like the newest one, somehow like I don't even know which one, but one of the attractions magazine or some all those guys, they got to go through the whole tribute store when before the team members did, and they got a
Mm,
first look at everything. Rick didn't get a first anything. He's got to go down and just do it.
mm,
And I
yeah.
agree with you. I think Rick's Flicks is awesome, and I love Rick and his wife. They are awesome, awesome, awesome. But I don't think they invite them either. And if that's the case, I guess I might as well give up, because if Rick ain't going, how the heck would I ever? That dude, this is his full time job, and they're not inviting him.
Yeah.
Something's off. I don't know. Yeah, now I feel depressed again. Why bother? Thanks, Mike. Might as well not bother.
Oh no.
Come full circle.
Yep.
All
All
right.
right, John. Where can they find you online?
You can find me at SeeWDW on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and YouTube, and SeeUO on Instagram and Facebook.
All right, and you can find me at the Giant Rat, THEE Giant Rat, on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube, and on Twitter. And that should do it for this one. We will see you on the next one.